My name is Brice Banning, and I'm a fashion design and product development major here at Illinois State University, and I'm super excited to participate in the Illinois State Fashion Show. So background for the fashion show, it's a student-run group here at ISU. Fashion students, as well as people from across campus who have an interest in sewing, are able to design their own looks and have them be viewed by over 500 people in the Brown Ballroom in the Bone Student Center in April. So each year there's a new theme, last year being camp. It was my first year designing for the show, and it was a super amazing experience, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to participate in. But this year the theme is kaleidoscope. It takes reference from the 1960s with specific references to the psychedelic movement, to hippies, counterculture, and rave culture of the period. We're being encouraged to use bold patterns, bright colors, and design with self-expression in mind. Thinking about the theme of psychedelic and this counterculture idea, I went online and I started researching cities and places in the Midwest which had a counterculture movement. This quickly led me to a town in Ohio called Yellow Springs.
You know, it gets referred to as a hippie town, and it's accurate. You know, when you go there, you see a healthy mix of like middle-aged to older folks in tie-dye, and then you also see, you know, a lot of young creative types who are Antioch students.
The area is really held down by the college in the area, which is called Antioch College. And Horace Mann, he founded the university in the 1850s, I believe, and he really was a catalyst for everything that this college still is today. Despite the fact that this college has faced financial troubles throughout the time, it's consistently been a place where progressive thinking is encouraged.
Antioch and Oberlin College are two of the few colleges that accepted Black students in the 1800s.
Along with Antioch College came the Independent Eye. This was an anti-Vietnam War newspaper, though it quickly grew into a newspaper that represented a more left-leaning ideology of the time period.
The Eye was, you know, it was a counterculture, subversive, anti-establishment, underground newspaper. One person started the Eye. His name was Alex Ferrone, and his wife Jennifer. They got married shortly after, and they were students at Antioch College. A lot of the staff members, you know, they were just young college students, very, very grassroots DIY.
Being around for more than 7 years, this newspaper started in Yellow Springs, but after 2 years it moved to Cincinnati, where it grew significantly and became the landmark that it is today. While it is not around today, thanks to the work of Mark Nelly in the Cincinnati Public Library, these pages can actually be viewed on the database. So you can actually see the newspaper headings and the newspaper pages that were published at the time period. I also wanted to take influence from another historic event that happened in Yellow Springs, which was the barbershop protest. This event happened in 1963. It was in response to an event that happened 2 years earlier.
There was a committee in town that worked to integrate spaces and made progress, and they began focusing on the barbershops, and there were 3 barbershops at that time. They were able to integrate 2 of them. One barbershop owner refused, and that was Louis Gegner. That becomes part of a legal case that works its way through, and it goes back and forth for a couple of years. Meanwhile, people who want integration to happen becoming impatient, they organized a campaign to picket Louis Gegner's his barbershop, and things come to a head in March of 1964. Plan for the sit-in was to actually sit down across the road and block the road in front of his barbershop. Law enforcement agents arrived from throughout, I guess, Greene County, and they have different views on what's happening. So we believe it was a mix of residents, Antioch students, Wilberforce students, Central State students. There are spectators lined up along almost like a parade, it almost looks like.
So I'm working to take these references that I've listed and incorporate them into my designs. So it's the first day of February. A lot has happened in the past month and a half, and the collection has developed a lot. I spent the break working on making a lot of the samples, and then coming back from Christmas break, I got to have the models actually try on these samples, which was really cool just to see them wear their outfits in person after I'd spent so long to make the garments fit well. Granted, they didn't fit perfectly. Every one of them had at least something to change or reform or just ultimately make better. Most recently, my new fabric came in from the different looks that involved custom fabric printing. For the plaid pants I'm going to be making, this is the fabric that I'm going to work with. Really beautiful woven plaid with this kind of like maroon stripe throughout. It really much reminded me of the Antioch College colors of like a dark red, almost a maroon color. So I think this is really going to go well with Donte's look with the plaid pants, and I think it's really going to lean into the 60s uniform, like Ivy League style that we're kind of going for. This is what I picked up in Chicago, so this I've always had, but I wanted to kind of explain what I got from what I ordered online. One of my favorite things I got was this, I ordered it in like a cotton fabric, but this is gonna actually be the bandana that Jillian wears on her back. So as you saw with like the big bandana on the back, it's gonna be maroon, but it's also gonna have Antioch College, class of 1968. Jillian is kind of taking the role of one of the writers or the original founders of the Independent Eye who graduated in 1968. So of course we had to pay homage in that matter, but I really like how this turned out. This one's gonna be a pretty simple thing to alter, with it just gonna cut it out and then hand stitch the ends so it has like a pretty finish on the bottom. Next thing, we'll say that to the end, but I got various linings for the different bags that I'm making. For the duffel bag, it's this thicker twill fabric. It has a design, I think this is really neat. It's a insurance map for the town of Yellow Springs. I think it's so cool. You can see like how different, like the different like buildings are graded or how they're like rated in terms of like insurance wise. It's really cool to like see the different street names. It's like, and you can pinpoint where different events happened. So like Xenia Avenue, which was a big protest happened, is on there. Somewhere on here you can find Antioch College in there as well, but this is going to be one of the liners. Really psyched about it. I think this is going to be awesome. And then I got the same made for Jillian's top, which is going to be on the inside, but all know that I worked hard to make the insides look pretty, and well, now you will too. And then the next big thing I got is 4 yards of various newspaper print fabric. Really psyched about this. It's in like a lightweight cotton twill. I think it looks really cool, but it's unique. It's not just any newspaper print. It's printed out copies of the Independent Eye. Thanks to the Cincinnati Public Library, they allowed me access to take copies of this newspaper that were available on their website, and I had permission to copy it onto fabric, which I really love because the fabric printing came out super nice and crisp, so you can actually read parts of the skirt, which I think is going to be so cool. It's going to be cut on a curve, so some of it will be cut off, but I think it's going to be really cool when it's all stitched together. Different parts of it will be legible and readable. Definitely certain cool design elements. It says Independent Eye on the front there. There's cool cartoons, and it's actually really interesting to look inside here. You'll see different protest activist related events and different happenings in the area relating to activist movements of the time period. So some of the stuff you might hear about in history class, but this is like real primary examples of it happening and what was there real time. But very excited for this to come together. Most of what I have is here in terms of fabric. Now it's just the process of putting it all together, making the garments, and taking the time to make sure everything is of that highest quality possible. So with that being said, we're gonna hop into second garment that I'm gonna be working on. Already worked on the shirt, so the shirt for Donte is all finished, but now we're gonna start working on the plaid pants. We're gonna see how much I can get done tonight. If I only cut out the fabric, I think that would be all right, because I've worked with plaid before, it's a little difficult, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to take the time to make sure it's spaced out correctly, because plaid's a little finicky with its placement. And I want these garments to look good, so we're gonna take that time. But with that being said, let's hop into that. Tie's a little long, but you know, we'll make do. Can I get a straight on, slick straight on? Can I see the back, please? Okay, perfect. Turn back straight, please. We'll try it with this jacket.
I love the inside too.
Thank you. Yeah. So it has like, yeah. So it has like this one's like an insurance map, and this one's like newspapers from the Independent Eye.
Wow.
And like I got to interview one of the guys who he did like a whole documentary on or like a whole thing on research based on them. Okay. Can you do it one more time, please? Yes, thank you. Cool.
With Donte's fit, was there something that you felt you needed to change?
Yeah, so I really like the shape of it. I think it's a little, honestly, I think it's on him. I think the shoulders are in too much. I don't think I accounted for how broad his shoulders would be, but I think the way that it flows, I don't think you should really notice. And then in terms of the neck, I don't know what I did with it, but it's just really high even after I took it down. So so I marked it out where I want it to be, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna cut that. And then there also will be like a ribbed elastic collar, so it should fix that. We'll add a zipper to the front as well, just so it's like a zip-up bomber jacket, but it's gonna have like a really cool cape on the back. But considering the fact that I redid the coat last week, and then got it fitted 2 days ago and got it made yesterday, I'm pretty hype about it. I'm pretty excited. I think working at a pretty fast pace, but we're still producing good quality work, and I think we're gonna see I think it's gonna be worth it in the end results when I see it on Sunday, because yeah, lots of work has gone into it, but should be a beneficial, or should be a good outcome at least.
How much work do you think you have to put in for the next few days?
That's a good question. I mean, probably 10 hours. But honestly, like that's not unrealistic. I guess it's like, yeah, it's like 2 nights. Yeah. Yeah, because it's just gonna be, I gotta fix the strap on Donte's duffel bag, 'cause it's a little long, and I gotta hem his pants at the right spot, and then I have to finish his jacket, because I need to get the ribbing and the zipper. It didn't come in time, so we had to make do for today. But that should be pretty quick. I think it's just putting the pieces together. I'm not worried about not seeing it before the photo shoot, because I think honestly it'll work out. This one, I'm pretty confident. I think the skirt's gonna look good, so I'm not too worried about the skirt. I think the bag's gonna look fine. The top I'm a little worried about. I refit it the Friday before I left for spring break, and then I made some changes at home, which I think they should be good. I think it's like good changes, but it's the final fabric, and photo shoot is on Sunday, so it would be a little bit difficult if this didn't go well, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities, so it should be good. So we'll get it started.
I love this skirt.
I'm so glad. It feels like it fits.
Yeah, it feels like it fits perfect.
Oh, man, damn, this was nice. I like this a lot. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, the belt loops look good. It's hella wrinkled, but. Yeah, I like how it's like a poncho almost.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so glad.
Makes me feel like I don't know, like a schoolgirl from back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like a Girl Scout.
I mean, that was like kind of inspiration, so. Well, let's kind of go for like Girl Scout, Boy Scout.
Yes.
With like the neckerchief.
Oh, yes. How do you want me
I know,
to
I was just thinking about that.
Like that, or like that, or like, I feel like shoulder is a little, I mean, it's cute, but it's like, I don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah. I feel like you gotta toss it around or something.
Okay, yeah.
Like this is like the type of thing
I
you can just
whip her, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll put like a book in here or something, just so it feels like a bag. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna get a video of you just walking. So just like down the middle, right about here.
Yeah.
Just like turn around just so that I can see how it looks walking. I like it. Cool. I'm actually so hype.
I know.
This is gonna be so cool.
I'm like so excited now. Like, it feels so like put together and fun, and like, yeah.
I'm glad you're excited too.
I love it.
Yay. Okay.
Yes.
Take this and do this.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay, you're all set.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
How are we feeling post?
I'm feeling a lot better than I think it could have gone. I knew that like the princess seams on the front were gonna be an issue. And they were, but like, it's gonna be a pretty easy change. Like right now, it's kind of pointing out, but I'm gonna trim it so that it's a little bit more form-fitting. I mean, everything was pretty wrinkled, but like, even just getting to see like all the colors and everything put together, like, I don't know, it's very fulfilling. I feel like many of the late nights and the hours and the Christmas breaks working on it was worth it. So now we just got to make those changes and get ready for Sunday. Okay, well, it's been a little bit and we are finished. It's been about 2 weeks since the last photo shoot, which was really just the accumulation of all my hard work. Jade did an insane job. I'm so happy to see the photos in their final form. Like I said, she did an incredible job. So Jade Studio on Instagram, definitely give her a follow. But like, I designed this collection back in October, so to see, we're now in April and now we're prepping to get it ready for our runway show. It's really quite insane. I'm really excited for it, as well as be able to promote like this really cool town. With this in mind, if I painted Yellow Springs as a perfect place, I feel like I would be doing a disservice to the town, and I would be presenting an unfactual version of what the place actually is.
When it does come to a head, people are so surprised that this is happening in Yellow Springs, but just like now, there's almost no place where everybody has the same perspective on an issue, any issue, particularly one on race. You know, the one that reflects the majority of points of view may be the image that the community has, but there are always people who don't necessarily agree with that, and they don't necessarily say that, but there may be an incident where that becomes visible, and that's what happened.
The socio-political climate is so different now than it was back then, but it also isn't in some ways. Like, you know, when you look at this new left movement, I can pull out a copy of the Independent Eye, and it's like about the International Women's March in 1970. We were at the one in 2016 when Trump first got elected, and I think that's still like the largest public protest ever in like American history. And so unfortunately, the way our culture has went so backwards in the last decade, like as much as it's different now, you realize how relevant that through line is when you look at this stuff. Sadly, some of this stuff would be the same headlines you see today. So.
Yet I believe that despite the grave injustices that our country faces, I feel like Yellow Springs can be an example of how we should act.
It's a really vibrant, warm spirit there, and I think it's the efforts of the longtime residents who have fought to keep it that way.
I think Yellow Springs goes to show what can happen if a community remains steadfast in their pursuit of a more equitable community. That despite the issues that Yellow Springs faced, they were relentless in their pursuit of progress. They were special not because they were perfect, but because they were non-compliant in the face of oppression.
That's the right combination. for Best Construction this evening, we have Brice Banning.